Hey guys, welcome back to Down the Stretch. Today we're going to be looking at the 2025 Wood Memorial. This is one of the major prep races for the Kentucky Derby. We have a field of 12, so we're going to run down the lineup and see who I like. So let's get into it. Number 1 is Rodriguez, a Kentucky-bred dark bay colt by Authentic out of Caymanas by Cherokee Run. Mike Smith will be the rider, trained by Bob Baffert. This horse has 4 starts, 1 win, 2 seconds, and a third. Last run was in the San Felipe, grade 2, finished third. Rodriguez is what you call maybe a pace runner or a pace presser. Now let's have a look at the San Felipe grade 2.
And they're off in the DK Horse San Felipe Stakes. Journalism broke smoothly, and so did Barnes. Barnes takes the lead after just a few jumps. Rodriguez came away in third, smooth cruising, and Mellencamp is at the back of the field. So Barnes is the quickest, and he makes his way over to the rail, opening up 2 lengths. Rodriguez moves into second. Long shot, smooth cruising, trying to be a part of it. Moves up on the outside of him, trying to keep a little bit of pressure on Barnes, who's doing it easily past the 6 furlong pole. Humberto Rispoli has Journalism in fourth, 3.5 lengths off the pace, and Mellencamp is just outside of him. The tempo is reasonable, and it's Barnes in charge. Has it by just under a length over Rodriguez, heading to the half-mile pole in the DK Horse San Felipe Stakes. Smooth cruising. At the rail, Journalism is 3 lengths off the lead, trying to get a little bit closer now. He's just in front of Mellencamp. Into the far turn, it's been all Barnes. He gets a little bit of a nudge and responds. Barnes starts to sprint for home. Stablemate Rodriguez trying to make it interesting in second, and Journalism 4 off the pace in third. They're followed by Smooth Cruisin' and Mellencamp. They're a 1/4 mile from home, and Barnes is widening. Journalism now swings into action on the outside. These are the 2 as they come to the 8th pole. Barnes in front by 3. Journalism chasing with determination, getting closer with every stride. And here comes Journalism right on by Barnes, and it will be Journalism striding away powerfully to win the DK Horse San Felipe Stakes. Barnes had to settle for second. Rodriguez a distant third.
Number 2 is Captain Cook, a Kentucky-bred bay colt by Practical Joke out of Pow Wow Wow by Indian Charlie. Manuel Franco will be riding for Richard Dutrow Jr. He has 3 starts, 2 wins. Captain Cook is a pace stalker, and let's have a look at Captain Cook winning the Withers.
All set for the Withers. And they're off. Step slow for Omaha. Global Steve flashes early speed in between horses. Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim will assert and takes him into that first turn. It's Uncle Jim and Jose Lescano right over to the rail, and they're in front. They're up by a full length. Right there in second is Mo Quality. Was getting out just a touch there, but is in the 2-path and more comfortable. A little keen here, chasing the leader, Uncle Jim. Just off of them is Captain Cook. 3 wide is chasing that front 2, and Global Steve will save ground to the inside, is in 4th. Another 2. Back to Surfside Moon, and another gap of 3.5 lengths to the 2 trailers. The back end of the field is Corvus with Omaha. Uncle Jim controls the tempo, 24 seconds flat for the opening 1/4 mile. Uncle Jim doing it nicely so far. Mo Quality is right there in second, is well more settled, and Captain Cook 3 wide continues to chase them. Manny Franco and Captain Cook, they're in the clear, and they're followed by Global Steve, who's in 4th, is trying to keep up now, has lost a touch of ground, is ranging up to the outside. Here comes Sahin Sabachi on Surfside Moon. That's the leading 5. 49 seconds flat for the half-mile time. The 2 trailers continue to be Omaha, and Corvus. Still 3 across the racetrack. Uncle Jim to the inside as a nose in front. Mo Quality is now calling for the lead, and Captain Cook has been watching the action. A nice trip so far. Here's the run from Surfside Moon, who's in pursuit, has taken 4th. Trying to pick him up as Global Steve is making hard work of it so far in 5th. Then from the back, Omaha, and the trailer Corvus. They approach a 1/4 mile left to go. Manny Franco, a look over his right shoulder, and now tells Captain Cook to go because Surfside Moon was ready to pounce on the grandstand side. Captain Cook is showing more, and Captain Cook is now up by a length and a half. Surfside Moon continues to give game chase. Omaha is running on for third. Here is Captain Cook with the 16th left to go. Captain Cook is up by 2. Surfside Moon is second, but Captain Cook wins the Withers. Captain Cook wins it over Surfside Moon, Omaha, and Mo Quality in 1 minute 51 and 4.
Number 3 is Tiger 24, Kentucky bred by Lord Nelson out of Packet by Cairo Prince. Javier Castellano will have the ride for William Mott. He has 3 starts, 1 win, 1 second. His last run was at Gulfstream Park in a maiden special weight in which he won. Let's have a look at the stretch drive of that race.
Off the turn in the stretch drive, Tiger 24. He's a bit green. He's wandering, but he's also kicking well clear. Radical Rhetoric is second. Keen Talent is third. There is 16th from home. Tiger 24 driven out. Radical Rhetoric second. He tries to hold off Keen Talent, but at 4-5 on the board, Tiger 24. A Saturday winner by 3. Second, Radical Rhetoric. Third was Keen Talent. Fourth was Indy Rag.
Number 4 is My Mitole, a Kentucky bred chestnut colt by Mitole out of Board Battle by Seeking the Gold. Luis Rivera Jr. will ride for Carlos F. Martin. 5 starts, 2 wins, and a second. Now let's have a look at his 4th place run in the Gotham Stakes. 2 other horses are in this race that were in the Gotham. Sand Devil, who finished 2nd, and McAfee, who was 5th.
All set for the Gotham. And they're off. Sacrosanct broke well, so did Sand Devil in between horses, but they're both going to take back as here's Flood Zone towards the outside. Flood Zone is the leader. Flood Zone is drifting out, way out there towards the far outside of the racetrack as they get set to come out of the chute. Here at the rail, that's Normandy Coast, is going to be close to the early pace as they're tightly bunched now. Sand Devil's in the tube path as they really slacken off the tempo. My Mitole is going to be 4 wide. Nobody really wants the front right now. It's Normandy Coast. Sand Devil in between horses, 3 wide. That's Flood Zone. Another lineup of 3 in behind as Sacrosanct is now a shared 4th and 5th. As right there is Garamond out wider. My Mitole, that's the leading 6. In behind them comes McAfee, who's in 7th. Calling Card is 8th, and the trailer, the back end of the field is Pagode. 23 and 4 for the opening quarter mile. Normandy Coast is going to hold the rail, but Sand Devil's now put a nose in front, is in the tube path, and Sand Devil starts to inch clear. 47 and 4 was the half-mile time. Flood Zone is ready to challenge towards the outside. Sacrosanct is under a full drive, is trying to cut into the margin, but is far back. It's Flood Zone to the outside. Sand Devil's battling on. My Mitole is ranging up 3 wide. Garamond is looking for a way through. McAfee is launching a rally from the back of the pack. Pagode, Sacrosanct trying to run on 2. They reach the top of the stretch, and Sand Devil's trying to keep the undefeated streak going. Flood Zone is challenging towards the outside, but the gutsy New York bred is battling on, but Flood Zone is now edging clear. Here's Flood Zone out in the center of the racetrack. Garamond is trying to make up some ground. Also My Mitole. Sand Devil's battling on, but Flood Zone is now weaving through the stretch, but Flood Zone is best. Flood Zone is going to win the Gotham. Flood Zone wins it over Sand Devil, Garamond, and My Mitole in 1 minute 39.6.
Number 5 is Sand Devil, a New York bred chestnut colt by Violence out of Mineralogist by Mineshaft. Jose Lezcano will ride for Linda Rice. 4 starts, 3 wins, a second. And as we saw a while ago, Sand Devil finished 2nd in the Gotham. Sand Devil is a pace runner or front runner. Expecting a good run from that one in the wood. Number 6, the late running Hill Road, Kentucky bred by Quality Road out of Exotic Notion by Lemon Drop Kid. Joel Rosario will have the ride for Chad Brown. 4 starts, a win, 2/3. This late running colt runs on all surfaces. Broke his maiden at Leopardstown, that's in Ireland, in a maiden weight for age. Came to the US, ran at Del Mar, was 3rd in the juvenile, and then his last start was at Tampa Bay Downs, went 3rd in the Tampa Bay Derby. Now let's have a look at Hill Road in the Tampa Bay Derby.
And the race is on in the Lamb Home South Tampa Bay Derby. Got away to a good start. Owen Almighty to the inside. Brodeur flashing good early speed, and Patch Adams wants to join the party up on the outside. It's Brodeur and Owen Almighty. They're 1-2. Patch Adams to the outside, away 3rd. Naughty Rascal, Chancer McPatrick, they're 4th and 5th. Just in behind them, Filoso had to tap on the brakes momentarily from that 6th position, and Hill Road takes up his spot at the back of affairs early on as Owen Almighty and Iran Ortiz Jr. going to cut the corner now a length in front. In the second spot goes Braddour. Chancer McPatrick stays toward the inside. Patch Adams right to that one's outside. They're third and fourth. At about 3 off the leader as they move on to the back stretch. Naughty Rascal. Patch Adams looked like he maybe got out a little bit there. Lost a spot to Naughty Rascals. Now back fifth. 23 and 4 was the opening quarter mile time for Owen Almighty, who takes him up the back stretch. Some mild pressure from Braddour. Right to that one's outside. They're length in front of Chancer McPatrick. Patch Adams now back in gear up on the outside of Naughty Rascal. They're together in fourth and fifth. The two at the back, Hill Road and Filoso. 48 seconds flat for the opening half mile. Owen Almighty, Irad Ortiz Jr., Braddour, Jose Ortiz, brothers at war past the 3/8 pole. They're a length and a half in front of Chancer McPatrick, who's biding his time toward the inside. Filoso starting to launch up on the outside of Patch Adams. They're racing together out wide. Chancer McPatrick going to need a seam. Owen Almighty brings him around to the top of the stretch. Braddour, Patch Adams 3 wide. Filoso on the far outside. Chancer McPatrick still waiting for that seam to arrive as Owen Almighty turns him in. Owen Almighty to the 8th pole. 2 lengths in front of Chancer McPatrick, who tries to come after that one, but Owen Almighty's 3 lengths in front. Chancer McPatrick, a final 16th. Hill Road up the inside. It's Owen Almighty in front. Owen Almighty by 4. Owen, the all-powerful Owen Almighty, wins the Tampa Bay Derby. Chancer McPatrick was second. Third went to Hill Road. Patch Adams fourth.
Number 7 is a Grande, a Kentucky-bred Bay Colt by Curlin, out of Journey Home by Warfront. Dylan Davis has the ride here for Todd Pletcher. Undefeated, 2 starts, 2 wins. Let's have a look at Grande stretch run when winning at Gulfstream Park. This horse is what you call a pace horse, a possible front runner. Let's look at Grande.
It's Grande who looks to have put him away here. He's off the turn, striding nicely and leads by 2.5. Jimmy's Dailies will come to his outside for a rebid. Back to third in decisiveness, then it's solid left. Final 16th of a mile, Grande. Driven out, it's Grande for Rapoli Stable and trainer Todd Pletcher to win the Thursday feature in style by 2 lengths. Good try from Jimmy's Dailies. He fought the whole way. He was second. Big effort from the local horse in decisiveness. He was...
Number 8 is Passion Rules, a Maryland-bred Bay Colt by Fries and Fire. Goodnight Angel by Touch Gold. Kendrick Caramouche will have the ride for Brad Cox. This horse is undefeated in 3 starts. Ran twice at Fairgrounds. Last race was at Oakland Park. Won an allowance optional claimer. This horse comes from off the pace. I have no video of his racing, but he is a late runner. Number 9 is Bearclaw Necklace, a Kentucky-bred Bay Colt by Lord Nelson, out of Gold Rush Girl by Political Force. Romario Mirage will have the ride for Safi Joseph Jr. 3 starts, 1 win, 2 thirds. His last run was at Gulfstream Park in an allowance optional claimer. He was third. Let's have a look at the stretch run of that race.
In 110 and 3, it's all Prater. Prater off the turn now, asked to quicken, and he's quickening in kind, opening a 5-length lead on the others who just cannot stay with him. It's Prater. He's by Into Mischief out of a locally based Curlin's Approval, and he's a long-gone winner to start the late pick 5, or rather the coast-to-coast pick 5 and the late double. Prater and a jog. Kinetic Control second, Bearclaw Necklace third, CK Wonder finished fourth.
The number 10 is McAfee, a Kentucky-bred Dart Bay Colt by Cloud Computing out of Sataves, out of Uncle Mo. Eric Cancel has the ride for Richard Duthrow. 3 starts, 1 win, 1 second. This horse is a sustainer, tends to come with a late run. Was 5th in the Gotham Stakes, which we showed earlier with My Mitole and Sand Devil. The 11 is Statesman, a Kentucky-bred Bay Colt by Constitution out of Icon Project by Empire Maker. Samuel Marin has the ride for Shud McGahee. 5 starts, 2 wins, and a third. Last run was at Tampa Bay in an allowance optional claimer, where he came from way off the pace to win. Let's have a look at the stretch run of Statesman.
Our audible in behind Statesman, still about 5 lengths adrift. His last a bit longer, turns for home. Last a bit longer, past the 8th pole, in front by 3.5 lengths. Down the far outside, Statesman starting to get in gear. Has the final 16th to try to make up 3 lengths. It's last a bit longer. Statesman is really gaining quickly on the outside. Statesman looked all but beat and is now all a winner. Statesman by a length, last a bit longer, was second, long way back to truly legit and fully authorized.
Last but not least is Omaha, Virginia-bred Bay Colt by Audible out of England Swings by Kitten's Joy. Raul Mina will get the ride here for Michael Gorham. 7 starts, 2 wins, a second, and 3 thirds. He was third in the Wither Stakes, which I showed earlier when he was behind Captain Cook. He came back at Colonial Downs to finish third in the Virginia Derby, also coming from way off the pace. Now let's have a look at my selections for the Wood Memorial 2025. Okay, so the Wood Memorial, I'm going to boil this race down to 4 horses. They're going to be the 2, Captain Cook, the 5, Sand Devil, the 6, Hill Road, and the 12, Omaha. Omaha, my preference to win, I think I'm going to go with Hill Road. This horse won in Ireland, has run 2 good races since coming to the US. Has a nice turn of foot late in the event. I think the pace sets up for a horse to close. Captain Cook, possibly the horse they're going to have to beat, stalks the pace and has a nice strong run in the stretch. Sand Devil, a very determined horse when on the headlines. That's a very dangerous horse here. And also Omaha. Omaha might get a very strong pace in front and should be coming home very fast in the stretch. So those are the 4 I'm boiling it down to. But as I said, I kind of like Hill Road to get the job done in the Wood Memorial. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Hope you have some good luck at the races. And as always, stay safe.